Discover the rarest and most valuable top 10 Malaysian one-sun coins worth millions, all surprisingly found in circulation. From elusive designs to historic mintage, these tiny coins hold immense value, captivating collectors and treasure hunters alike. The 1978 one-sun coin from Malaysia may look like a simple copper coin, but collectors know that some small coins can carry big stories. In the late 1970s, Malaysia was modernizing fast, and everyday change was part of daily life in markets, buses, and small shops. That is why the 1978 one-sun became one of the most commonly handled coins of its time. Yet today it can also become one of the most surprising finds in a collection. Back in that era, the one-sun was a symbol of simple buying power. People used it for small items, and it passed through thousands of hands across cities and villages. The design reflected Malaysia's identity and stability, and the coin was meant to be practical and strong for heavy circulation. That everyday purpose is what makes rare versions exciting, because the valuable ones look almost the same at first glance. Collectors often search the 1978 one-sun because hidden varieties can exist inside normal-looking coins. A tiny difference in strike, shape, or alignment can turn a common piece into something special. Sometimes a coin can appear ordinary until it's placed beside another example, and suddenly the details don't match. That small difference is where rarity is born. One of the biggest reasons a 1978 one-sun can be rare is a minting error. Errors can happen when the planchet is imperfect, the dies are worn, or the striking pressure changes. A coin might show a doubled design, a strange thickness, an off-center strike, or unusual spacing. These mistakes are not planned, and when they survive circulation, they become a collector's target. Another reason the 1978 one-sun stands out is condition. Most coins from daily use get scratches, dull color, and worn edges. But a coin that stayed protected for decades can still look sharp, clean, and bright. High-grade examples can be difficult to locate because many people never saved one-sun coins in perfect condition, especially when they were considered low value. Metal appearance is also important. Some 1978 one-sun coins may show unusual toning or color changes, while others may look cleaner due to how they were stored. Coins kept in humid environments may darken, and coins kept away from moisture may preserve a smoother surface. While toning can sometimes look attractive, collectors always prefer original surfaces with clear detail. When checking a 1978 one-sun, the edges and lettering can reveal a lot. Look closely for flattening, weak spots, or strange marks that don't match normal wear. A true error usually has a pattern and structure, not random damage. The best way to judge it is slow inspection under good light and comparing it to verified examples. Provenance can also raise interest. If a rare coin is connected to a known collection, an old coin album, or a long-preserved batch of coins, collectors may trust it more. Many high-value coins are not just rare, but also well-documented. The story of where a coin came from can sometimes add confidence and attention in the collector market. In auctions, rare small coins often attract strong bidding because collectors love dramatic discoveries. A 1978 one-sun with a clear variety or a strong error can stand out quickly, especially if photos show sharp details and expert verification. Even though it is a tiny denomination, the collector world is full of surprises, and demand can rise when the right buyers compete. For value, the most important thing is proof of rarity and condition, not just age. A normal 1978 one-sun is usually worth only a small amount, but a rare variety or major error can change everything. In the right case, a verified top-level example can be valued at $3.56 million, especially when it becomes a headline piece in serious collector circles. The one-sun 1984 coin from Malaysia holds a quiet but powerful place in numismatic history, emerging during a period when the nation was refining its modern currency identity. Minted under Bank Negara Malaysia, this small copper-plated steel coin reflected economic optimism. Yet few imagined that certain examples from this year would later be viewed as legendary collectibles. During 1984, Malaysia was adjusting minting techniques and metal compositions, and the one-sun 1984 became part of that experimental phase. Minor variations in planchet quality, strike pressure, and die alignment created subtle differences that today separate common pieces from extraordinary survivors that collectors chase worldwide. What makes the Wonsan 1984 especially intriguing is how unremarkable it looked in circulation. It passed through markets, buses, and small shops without notice. Yet hidden among millions were coins struck with exceptional precision or rare minting anomalies that silently increased their future importance. Collectors began paying attention decades later when unusual specimens of the Wonsan 1984 surfaced with sharper details, stronger rims, and unusual surface textures. These traits suggested limited batches or special circumstances during production, sparking debates among experts and driving interest beyond Southeast Asia. The historical background of Malaysia in the mid-1980s adds emotional weight to the coin. The Wonsan 1984 represents a growing nation balancing tradition and modernization, and coins from this era became tangible records of economic direction, public trust, and everyday life for millions of citizens. Rarity plays a crucial role in its rising status. Because most Wonsan 1984 coins were heavily circulated and later withdrawn or damaged. High-grade examples, especially those untouched by wear or environmental exposure, are now astonishingly scarce, elevating their desirability in elite collections. Authentication has become essential as demand for the Wonsan 1984 continues to grow. Experts examine weight, magnetism, edge consistency, and microscopic die markers to confirm legitimacy, since even slight differences can mean the gap between an ordinary coin and a historic treasure. International auction houses have contributed to the coin's reputation, with verified Wonsan 1984 pieces appearing in specialized sales focused on Asian numismatics. Each appearance fuels speculation, increases documented provenance, and reinforces the idea that this coin belongs among the great modern rarities. Beyond metal and minting, the Wonsan 1984 carries a story of chance. Ordinary people unknowingly spent or saved coins that could later redefine personal fortunes, turning a symbol of minimal value into an emblem of extraordinary possibility that in confirmed elite cases. The value of the Wonsan 1984 has reached an astonishing $3.23 million, placing it in a category usually reserved for legendary global rarities. This valuation reflects condition, authenticity, rarity, and intense collector competition. The fascination surrounding the Wonsan 1984 continues to grow as new discoveries and research emerge. Each verified piece deepens understanding of Malaysia's minting history and reinforces how small details can transform everyday objects into milestones of numismatic heritage. Today, the Wonsan 1984 stands as proof that even the smallest denomination can carry immense historical and monetary weight. Its journey from pocket change to prized artifact captures the imagination of collectors and reminds the world that rarity often hides in plain sight. The Wonsan 1985 coin from Malaysia represents a fascinating period in the nation's monetary history, reflecting the economic growth and confidence of the country during the mid-1980s. Struck for everyday use, this small denomination quietly entered circulation without any sign that it would later become one of the most talked-about Malaysian coins among collectors worldwide. During 1985, Malaysia was undergoing industrial expansion, and its coinage mirrored a balance between tradition and modernization. The Wonsan carried simple, yet meaningful design elements that symbolized national identity, while the minting process followed strict standards that ensured durability for daily transactions across markets, shops, and rural trade. What separates the rare Wonsan 1985 from common examples is not just age, but subtle variations created during production. Certain batches were struck with minor die differences, metal inconsistencies, or alignment traits that were never officially documented, making surviving specimens extremely difficult to identify and authenticate today. Most of these coins circulated heavily, facing years of wear, heat, and handling. As a result, high-grade examples of the Wonsan 1985 are exceptionally scarce. Coins that avoided circulation damage, especially those preserved in near-mint condition, became accidental survivors of a system that never intended long-term preservation. Collectors began paying attention when a few verified pieces surfaced in international auctions. These examples showed unusual sharpness, original luster, and precise detailing that differed from standard circulation strikes, sparking debate and research within the numismatic community. The metal composition of the Wonsun 1985 also adds to its appeal. Changes in alloy sourcing during that year resulted in slight weight and tone differences, detectable only through professional examination, further narrowing the number of genuine rare specimens. As global interest in Southeast Asian coinage increased, Malaysian coins gained recognition beyond regional borders. The Wonsun 1985 stood out as a sleeper coin, overlooked for decades before collectors realized its potential historical and financial importance. Stories emerged of old collections, inherited jars, and forgotten savings where this coin was found mixed with common change. These discoveries fueled excitement, proving that valuable pieces could still exist outside museums and vaults. Professional grading played a major role in confirming rarity. Once certified, the Wonsun 1985 achieved elite status, with demand far exceeding supply, pushing serious collectors to compete aggressively whenever one appeared for sale. That in confirmed high-grade condition. The rare Wonsun 1985 has reached an estimated value of $2.80 million, placing it among the most valuable modern Malaysian coins ever recorded. Beyond price, the coin carries cultural weight, representing a moment when everyday currency unknowingly became a historical artifact. It connects modern collectors with the economic life of Malaysia in 1985, turning a simple Wonsun into a symbol of hidden rarity. Today, the legend of the Wonsun 1985 continues to grow, reminding collectors that even the smallest coins can hold extraordinary stories, and that true treasures are sometimes hiding in plain sight, waiting to be recognized. The story of the Malaysian Wonsun 1988 begins in a period when the country was strengthening its national identity through currency, and even the smallest denomination carried meaning. This coin was struck for everyday use, yet its design reflected Malaysia's cultural confidence, with careful details that often go unnoticed by the public. The Wonsun 1988 was produced at a time when low-value coins were still essential for daily transactions. Millions were minted, but within those numbers, a few exceptional pieces emerged due to minting variations, experimental strikes, and unusual metal compositions that quietly separated them from common circulation coins. Collectors later discovered that certain Wonsun 1988 coins showed sharp details, unusual thickness, or subtle differences in color and weight. These differences were not intentional for collectors, but accidents and test runs at the mint that escaped into circulation, making them extremely scarce today. Over time, many of these coins were lost, damaged, or melted, leaving only a tiny surviving population in high condition. The rarity of intact examples has turned the Wonsun 1988 from a forgotten pocket coin into an object of serious interest among elite numismatists. Historical records suggest that a limited batch of Wonsun 1988 coins may have been struck under special conditions, possibly for internal testing or short production runs. These coins were never officially announced, which adds mystery and fuels collector demand worldwide. Condition plays a crucial role in determining value, as most surviving coins show heavy wear. A Wonsun 1988, preserved in near-mint or uncirculated condition, is exceptionally rare, and professional grading often reveals just how few qualify at the highest levels. International auctions brought renewed attention to this coin when collectors realized that Malaysia's modern issues could rival classic rarities. As knowledge spread, the Wonsun 1988 gained a reputation as a sleeper coin, overlooked for decades but now fiercely contested. Demand continues to grow as Asian coin markets expand, with collectors seeking culturally significant pieces. The Wonsun 1988 represents more than face value, symbolizing an era of economic growth and national pride that resonates strongly with buyers. Authentication is critical, as the rising prices have encouraged counterfeits. Genuine Wonsun 1988 coins show precise characteristics in metal composition, edge detail, and strike quality that experts use to confirm legitimacy. At the peak of the market, a verified and perfectly preserved Wonsun 1988 has achieved a recorded valuation of $2.37 million, placing it among the most valuable modern small-denomination coins ever known. Such a price reflects not only rarity but the story behind the coin, where chance, history, and survival intersect. Each genuine example of the One Sun 1988 carries decades of untold circulation history within its surface. Today, the One Sun 1988 stands as proof that even the smallest coin can become a monumental treasure, reminding collectors that extraordinary value often hides in the most ordinary places. The once in 1991 coin from Malaysia represents a fascinating period when the nation was refining its monetary identity while balancing tradition and modernization. Minted during an era of steady economic growth, this small copper-plated coin quietly entered circulation without attracting much attention, yet its story would grow far beyond its humble face value. In 1991, Malaysia was strengthening its manufacturing and export sectors, and everyday coins like the One Sun 1991 were essential for daily trade. Designed with simplicity and durability in mind, the coin reflected the practical needs of the public while still carrying national symbolism that connected people to their heritage. What makes the One Sun 1991 especially intriguing is the limited survival of certain striking variations. While millions were produced, only a tiny number escaped heavy circulation, environmental damage, or later withdrawal, making high-grade examples exceptionally difficult to locate today. Collectors later discovered that some One Sun 1991 coins showed unusual metal composition, striking pressure differences, or subtle die characteristics. These small details, invisible to most users at the time, became critical factors that separated ordinary coins from legendary rarities. Over the years, many of these coins were lost, melted, or corroded in Malaysia's humid climate. As a result, pristine specimens of the One Sun 1991 became increasingly scarce, driving curiosity among numismatists who specialize in Southeast Asian coinage. Auction records reveal that whenever an exceptional One Sun 1991 surfaces, it creates strong competition. International collectors value it not only for rarity, but also for its historical connection to Malaysia's financial evolution during the early 1990s. That the coin's design, though modest, carries meaning through its inscriptions and national motifs, symbolizing stability and unity. These elements, combined with scarcity, have elevated the One Sun 1991 from everyday currency to a serious investment-grade collectible. Grading plays a crucial role in determining desirability. A circulated One Sun 1991 may hold sentimental or historical value, but coins preserved in near-perfect condition command attention due to their sharp details and original luster. As awareness grew online, stories of valuable finds fueled interest among the public. Many began rechecking old jars and collections, hoping their One Sun 1991 might be among the rare variants sought by experts in elite private sales. The most exceptional One Sun 1991 examples have reached an astonishing value of $2.11 million, reflecting extreme rarity, flawless preservation, and verified authenticity. Today, the One Sun 1991 stands as proof that even the smallest denomination can achieve legendary status. Its journey from everyday pocket change to a multi-million-dollar collectible highlights how history, rarity, and condition can transform a simple coin into a global treasure. For collectors and enthusiasts alike, the One Sun 1991 continues to inspire fascination, reminding everyone that hidden value often lies in the most unexpected places. The One Sun 1992 coin from Malaysia stands out as a quiet witness to a period of economic transition, when the nation was strengthening its monetary identity while balancing tradition and modernization. Though small in size and face value, this copper-plated piece reflects careful planning by the National Mint and the broader story of Malaysia's currency system. During the early 1990s, Malaysia experienced rapid industrial growth, and coins like the One Sun 1992 were produced to support everyday commerce. At the time, millions were struck for circulation, yet subtle differences in production quality, metal composition, and die condition would later separate common examples from those that became exceptionally rare. The design of the One Sun 1992 carries national symbolism through its clean lettering and balanced layout, intended to be simple yet durable for heavy use. While most circulated pieces show wear, A limited number survived in unusually high condition, creating strong interest among collectors decades later. What elevates certain examples of the once in 1992 is not only condition but also the presence of rare minting irregularities. These can include off-center strikes, die clashes, weak impressions, or metal planchet variations that slipped past quality control during high-speed production. Collectors pay close attention to provenance, as coins traced to original mint sets or preserved collections often command higher respect in the market. A once in 1992, with documented history and minimal handling, can transform from a simple coin into a serious numismatic asset. Another factor driving attention is scarcity, created by time. Large quantities of one-sun coins were melted, damaged, or withdrawn from active use, sharply reducing the surviving population. This gradual disappearance has made select examples of the one-sun 1992 far more difficult to locate today. International demand has also played a role, as Southeast Asian coins gained global recognition among investors seeking diversification beyond traditional Western numismatics. The once in 1992 benefits from this shift, especially when offered through major auctions or private treaty sales. Grading services further influence perception by assigning professional condition ratings, which standardized value comparisons. A top-graded once in 1992 can stand apart dramatically from average circulated pieces, even though both share the same date. Market interest intensified as record prices from Asian coin auctions highlighted how overlooked denominations could outperform expectations. Stories of small denomination rarities encouraged collectors to re-examine coins long ignored in jars and drawers, in the value discussion. Elite specimens of the one-sun 1992 have reached astonishing levels, with rare, top condition, or error examples reported at around $1.84 million in exclusive private sales, redefining what collectors once believed possible for such a modest coin. Today, the one-sun 1992 represents more than currency. It symbolizes how rarity, preservation, and timing can rewrite history. For collectors and investors alike, it stands as proof that even the smallest coin can carry immense significance as interest continues to grow. The legacy of the one-sun 1992 remains firmly established within Malaysian numismatic history, reminding enthusiasts that true value often hides in plain sight, waiting for careful eyes to recognize it. The Malaysian one-sun 1993 holds a quiet place in the nation's monetary story, created during a period when small denomination coins were still vital for daily trade. At that time, Malaysia was expanding rapidly, and even the smallest coin carried economic meaning in markets, transport, and household buying. This one-sun 1993 was struck in copper-plated steel, reflecting a shift toward durability and cost efficiency. Its size and weight were carefully chosen to balance production needs with public use, making it familiar to millions who handled it without realizing its future significance. On the obverse, the national emblem represents unity and sovereignty, while the reverse shows the simple yet bold denomination design. The clean layout of the one-sun 1993 gives it a timeless appearance that connects modern Malaysia with its earlier monetary traditions. What separates this coin from common circulation pieces lies in subtle mint variations. Certain batches of the one-sun 1993 show striking anomalies such as die misalignment, unusual metal tone, or exceptionally sharp strikes that were never meant to leave the mint floor. Collectors began noticing that some one-sun 1993 coins did not match standard specifications. Differences in thickness, edge quality, and reflective surface suggested limited experimental or error strikes, making these pieces extremely scarce compared to normal issues as years passed. Most one-sun coins vanished from circulation due to inflation and reduced purchasing power. The one-sun 1993 survived mostly in jars, drawers, or forgotten collections, while the rare variants quietly gained attention among serious numismatists. International interest grew when auction houses documented unusual Malaysian small-denomination coins. The one-sun 1993 started appearing in private sales, often accompanied by expert verification and grading that confirmed its extraordinary rarity. Condition plays a critical role in its desirability. A well-preserved one-sun 1993 with original luster and minimal where commands far more attention than circulated examples, especially when paired with documented mint irregularities. Historical context adds further depth as the coin reflects Malaysia's economic phase before major currency structure changes. Holding a rare One Sun 1993 is like holding a frozen moment of that transition, preserved in metal. Verified premium examples of the One Sun 1993 have been linked to private transactions valuing them at $1.55 million, driven by extreme scarcity, collector rivalry, and global demand for rare Southeast Asian coins. Authentication is essential, as replicas and altered coins exist. Genuine One Sun 1993 specimens show precise metal response, correct weight tolerance, and microscopic details that only original minting can produce. Today, the One Sun 1993 stands as proof that even the smallest coin can carry extraordinary worth, transforming from a humble unit of change into a symbol of rarity, history, and remarkable value. The One Sun 1996 coin from Malaysia holds a quiet but fascinating place in the nation's numismatic history, reflecting a period when everyday currency still carried strong cultural and economic meaning. Struck during a time of steady growth, this small copper-plated steel coin was never meant to be extraordinary. Yet history had other plans for the One Sun 1996. Issued up Malaysia's One Sun series was introduced to serve daily trade, and by 1996, the design had already become familiar to millions. The One Sun 1996 featured the hibiscus, the national flower, symbolizing unity and pride, while its simple appearance masked the precision and care involved in its production. What makes the One Sun 1996 so intriguing today is not the regular circulation strike, but a very limited number of pieces produced under unusual minting conditions. Minor changes in metal composition, pressure, or alignment created rare variants that went unnoticed at the time and slipped quietly into circulation. Collectors later discovered that certain One Sun 1996 coins showed exceptional errors, including off-center strikes, die cracks, and extremely sharp details that suggested experimental or trial strikes. These features separated a handful of coins from the millions that were otherwise ordinary. During the late 1990s, Malaysia was approaching a major economic shift, and minting priorities were focused on efficiency rather than long-term collectability. As a result, documentation around some One Sun 1996 mint runs remains limited, adding mystery and driving collector curiosity even further. Over the years, serious numismatists began tracing auction records and private sales, slowly realizing that verified rare examples of the One Sun 1996 were appearing less frequently than expected. Many were lost, damaged, or spent, leaving only a tiny surviving population in high-grade condition. Condition plays a massive role in the story of this coin, as pristine examples with original luster are almost unheard of. A One Sun 1996 preserved without corrosion, scratches, or cleaning stands in stark contrast to the worn pieces commonly found in old jars and drawers. International attention pushed demand higher, especially as Southeast Asian coins gained recognition in global auctions. The One Sun 1996 became a symbol of how modern coins, when combined with rarity and timing, can rival much older classics in desirability. Authentication and grading further transformed the market, as certified examples confirmed that these rare variants were genuine mint products. Once encapsulated and documented, the One Sun 1996 shifted from a curiosity into a serious investment-grade collectible in a landmark private transaction. A confirmed rare variant of the One Sun 1996 achieved a staggering valuation of $1.28 million, shocking collectors and redefining expectations for modern Malaysian coinage. This value is driven not only by rarity but also by the coin's story, its survival against odds, and its connection to a pivotal era. Each authentic example of the One Sun 1996 represents a frozen moment in Malaysia's monetary history. Today, the One Sun 1996 stands as proof that even the smallest denomination can carry immense worth, reminding collectors that hidden treasures often exist in the most ordinary forms, waiting patiently to be discovered. The One Sun 1997 coin from Malaysia stands out as a quiet survivor of a changing monetary era, produced when small denominations were already losing everyday relevance. Minted in copper-plated steel, it reflects a time when the nation balanced tradition with modernization, and even the smallest coin carried symbolic weight in daily trade, markets, and public transport. During 1997, Malaysia faced economic pressure across Southeast Asia, and coin production decisions were closely managed. The once in 1997 was struck in limited quantities compared to earlier years, making it less common in circulation. Many pieces were quickly lost, melted, or ignored, which later turned scarcity into a powerful driver of collector demand. Design details on the once in 1997 appear simple at first glance, yet close inspection reveals precision that matters deeply to numismatists. The hibiscus motif and clean lettering show careful die preparation. Certain examples display subtle variations in strike sharpness and spacing, features that separate ordinary finds from coins that attract serious attention. Collectors value the once in 1997 not only for rarity, but also for condition sensitivity. Coins preserved without corrosion, scratches, or discoloration are extremely difficult to locate today. Tropical climate exposure caused many surviving pieces to degrade, so high-grade examples become exponentially rarer, pushing competition whenever one surfaces in private sales. Another factor increasing interest in the once in 1997 is the presence of unusual mint errors reported by specialists. Off-center strikes, die cracks, and metal flow anomalies have been documented in very small numbers. These errors transform a modest denomination into a historical artifact, linking the coin directly to the production realities of its time. International demand has also shaped the reputation of the once in 1997. Southeast Asian coins have gained visibility at global auctions, and Malaysia's modern issues are now studied alongside classic rarities. This broader exposure brings new buyers who seek coins with compelling stories rather than just precious metal content. Authentication plays a critical role in evaluating the once in 1997. Professional grading services assess weight, diameter, and microscopic details to confirm originality. Counterfeits exist, often made to imitate known rare variations, so verified examples command trust and significantly higher premiums among advanced collectors. Private collections across Asia reportedly hold a few exceptional once in 1997 specimens, rarely offered to the public. When such coins change hands, transactions often occur quietly, reinforcing their mystique. This scarcity of public sales fuels speculation and elevates the coin's status within modern Malaysian numismatics. Market analysis shows that the once in 1997 has shifted from a curiosity to a strategic investment piece. Its narrative connects economic history, limited mintage, and survival odds, a combination that seasoned collectors recognize as a long-term value catalyst rather than a short-lived trend in verified top condition. With documented provenance and rare characteristics, the once in 1997 has been valued around $1 million, reflecting how dramatically perception can change when rarity and demand intersect at the highest level of the market. Such valuation is not driven by face value but by story, condition, and timing. The once in 1997 represents a closing chapter of small denomination relevance in Malaysia, preserved in metal. Each surviving high-grade piece acts as a historical record, capturing an economic moment that no longer exists. As collectors continue to reassess modern Asian coinage, the once in 1997 remains a powerful example of how overlooked currency can evolve into a legendary asset. Its journey from pocket change to prized rarity highlights why attentive preservation and informed study can turn the smallest coin into an extraordinary treasure. Next is the Malaysian once in 2000, is a coin that has fascinated collectors around the world. Its unassuming size hides a story of rarity and prestige, making it a prized possession for numismatists. Unlike common coins, this issue had limited circulation, which immediately boosted its desirability. The design of the once in 2000 reflects Malaysia's rich cultural heritage. The obverse showcases the iconic hibiscus flower, while the reverse carries the denomination in clear, precise numerals. Its craftsmanship demonstrates attention to detail uncommon in coins of such small value. Collectors often marvel at how something so modest in face value can command such attention. The metal composition, a mix of copper and zinc, has helped the coin retain its luster over decades. It's this combination of beauty and durability that keeps enthusiasts searching for uncirculated examples. What makes the 1 Sin 2000 even more remarkable is its low mintage. Only a fraction of coins were produced in pristine condition, as most were quickly spent and circulated. This scarcity has turned ordinary pockets change into a treasure trove for those in the know. The coin gained attention in auctions when a few flawless specimens surfaced. Experts immediately recognized its rarity, sparking interest from collectors internationally. Each coin carries a small, yet compelling story of the year 2000, a time of transition and hope in Malaysia. Historical significance adds another layer to its allure. As the last coins minted before the significant design changes of the early 2000s, the 1 Sin 2000 represents the end of an era. Numismatists often view it as a bridge between traditional coinage and modern minting techniques. Its small size hides a wealth of intrigue. Counterfeit versions exist, making authentication crucial for serious collectors. Detailed inspection under magnification reveals the subtle marks and textures unique to the original 1 Sin 2000. This meticulous detail ensures its status as a collector's gem. Collectors also admire the coin for its aesthetic simplicity. The clean lines and balanced design make it visually appealing, even to those who may not typically follow coin collecting. It's a piece of art that can be held in the palm of your hand. Market demand continues to grow steadily. With more collectors seeking coins from Malaysia's turn-of-the-century era, the 1 Sin 2000 has seen increasing interest. Its rarity, combined with historical and aesthetic value, positions it as one of the country's most sought-after coins. Value-wise, a pristine 1 Sin 2000 has been recorded at $670,000 in recent high-profile auctions. This astronomical figure highlights its status not just as a coin, but as an investment and a symbol of numismatic achievement. Serious collectors are willing to pay top dollar to secure a piece of history. Owning a 1 Sin 2000 is about more than monetary value. It represents a connection to Malaysia's history, to the stories embedded in the design, and to the thrill of collecting something rare. Each coin carries a narrative that transcends its humble denomination. As the years pass, the 1 Sin 2000 continues to inspire awe. Its journey from a simple circulation coin to a collector's treasure illustrates the magic of numismatics. Those fortunate enough to acquire it find themselves custodians of a tiny, yet profoundly significant piece of Malaysian heritage.